What's up guys, welcome back to Aquatic Elements. Today's video we are at Spud's house. If you watched the previous episode of Aquatics, you would have met Spud on the video, and in today's video we are at his house taking a look at his private collection of fish. Now I'm stood right next to his main fish tank and we're going to come on to that a little bit later, but let's check out some of his smaller tanks and also his growout tanks. Once again, thank you Spud for giving us the tour of your home aquariums.
Yeah, that's all right.
So first up, Spud's going to take us through his sort of Datnoid growout tank.
Yeah, so this is 300 litre. As you can see, this is on a designer cabinet from Aquatics. No, I just picked this up from Sickly Princes. Luca wrote to me, I needed a slightly bigger tank for the Dats.
Yep.
It was in one of his spare rooms. That's a cabinet that fits it, that's why we've gone with it. But I think there's 30 Datnoids in there.
Yeah, you can see them all hiding at the back. Apologies about the reflection on this tank.
They're not used to the light being on either. I was just saying to Chris, and the last couple of months we've had with the light off because they feed a lot better as I'm trying to put size on them.
Yeah.
And we'll start to train them to get used to the light. And like Chris just said, then we'll get some more diver fish in there and it'll bring them out a little bit more. But I think there's about 25 Indonesian Datnoids I've raised from, I think they were only a couple of mil when I got them. They were tiny. Tiny. Yeah. So I sold a few of them in the shop. And then we've kept the rest in here, which I'm going to get to. I want to go to about 4 or 5 inches, keep the best ones, and then sell the rest of them. I mean, they're all nice fish, to be fair.
Yeah.
Also in that tank, mate, we've got some lemur shovel-nose cats that are growing out, because people always want them at a bigger size. And these full intermediate peacock bass, which I keep for myself, because they don't get massive. That gets about the same size as cowbride. They get about 2 foot. Yeah. Get a nice blue sheen to them.
Oh, wicked. Lovely.
Yeah, so this is 650. I have posted this in one of my videos. I moved some of the fish around. I've added some new fish back in. Yeah, 650, so it's 6 by 2 by 2. It's run from 2 canister filters. So just 2 FX6s. Yeah. I clean these twice a year. Don't go in them apart from that. Just keep up with the water changes. There's the second one.
Perfect. Yeah, the water's crystal clear.
Yeah, I don't use anything chemically really, so all I use is floss, biohome and the pads, that's all I'm using it. If it starts to get a little bit particle, I'll just do a water change, but generally it stays pretty gin clear to be fair.
I can see you got some more plants as well for filtration, you got some...
Yeah, the nitrates are pretty much 10 in this tank all the time, they're pretty much non-existent because of the plants. Like I said, we've had that, these used to be massive, they are going a bit brown now, I just took my eye off the ball with the plants. I'll probably replant it. I've not had the light on for a few months. They're doing all right, but they need a bit of care up there. I've just not had time. So. Yeah,
you got some Pothos and Monstera up there.
Yeah, the Monstera was massive. She was coming out into the middle of the kitchen at one point. I had to cut it back. So.
And then inside you got some Manubius on wood.
Yeah, just some Manubius. It's got a little bit of blackbeard algae on it. It's looking a bit tired. I'll probably swap it out soon. It's done well though. I've probably done about 1.5 years with it. Yeah. I'm getting chewed up by all the cichlids and different types of dollars and stuff I've got in there. So, well, I just like the proper green in the tanks. I think it just adds.
Yeah, it just adds.
Makes a fish pop a bit more.
Keeps it nice and easy to maintain, especially on those bits of wood, and then you've just got a bit of substrate in there for the rays.
Yeah, I just move it. In all fairness, I had it bare bottom. The substrate's for the flat river turtle. Oh. Because I've read somewhere that they don't like just bare bottom.
Yeah, they do like to bury themselves away.
Yeah, I just put a little bit of sand in there just to make him feel a bit more comfortable. But yeah, the ray pups, we've got 2 female mini marbles. They were bred by Simon, who's from the Wirral. Yeah. His parents are from Richard Hardwick, but fantastic parent raise.
Yeah, so really nice lineage.
I get asked in my shop all the time for mini marbles, smaller rays, so I'm going to start breeding them over the next couple of years. So I've got 2 females in there, these are sisters, and then I have the bigger female, which is from Richard Hardwick, that's in the front room. Yeah,
we'll see that in just a moment.
Yeah, the 2 black diamonds, this one's from Essex, this one's from Birmingham. Yeah. 2 different bloodlines for breeding, so they're going to be my breeders when they get bigger. I am building a shed, hopefully this year, at the back of the garden. A big tropical shed. Obviously you need it for the size of the fish. The fish are okay because they're only pups at the moment, they're only small, but...
We'll have to come back and film that one then.
Yeah, of course. But I think it's 20 foot by 10 foot, it's quite big.
Oh, wicked.
Yeah, it's quite a big shed, so I've been looking into it. One of the lads I know does aircon, so I'm going to get him to put an aircon unit in
perfect.
there.
Heat the room.
Sorted,
And for the viewers may have recognised, but this is actually my old Arowana.
Yeah, it's doing fantastic, that one.
So it's really put on some lovely growth. Spud's doing a great job at looking after him or her.
Yeah, so you've got no drop eye.
Fin
Colours
perfect.
are starting to come out. The fins are fantastic on it. It's got beautiful fins.
And in that natural sunlight that's coming through, you can really see those blues and purples in the scales.
Yeah, it's a really good Arowana. Like I was saying to Chris before, this one will feed on, absolutely loves prawns. It'll eat mussels, but prawns, the golden crossback in the front room is just a nightmare. It'll only eat insects, which I don't mind because obviously I've got a shop that I can just get insects from all the time, so it's not an issue, but it is easy just to drop prawns in for this guy. And then we've got the new dollars that we've got in, so I've got the 3 wide bars, which are the bigger ones, and the smaller ones are blue hook dollars. And the blue hooks are wild from Colombia. The wide bars, I believe, are bred out of Thailand. Either bred out of Thailand or imported from Thailand.
Yeah, nice little diver fish.
Yeah, the blue hooks are a little bit easier to come across. The wide bars are very hard to come across. I've been trying to get them for the last, I would say, 2.5 years.
Oh, really?
And I managed to get them. I got them from Mark at MTF, so I'll give him another shout out for getting them in for me.
Yeah.
But we've also got the Heckeleye.
Yeah, they're stunning, really, really nice adult sized.
Yeah, so
albino threadfin.
So I told Chris before that I had 3 big males, but over the last year I've lost 2 of the males for some reason. I mean, it just happens with fish when they get big.
Yeah, start fighting.
Yeah, a little bit of sparring, it probably just wears them out. So I've got the 4 girls there, and then I've got the male in the corner. But the colours on them are fantastic.
Yeah,
I am gonna pull him at some point and breed him because he pairs up with different females like every month or 2. So it's well worth pulling him out. I had a tig's just come out there actually.
Oh yeah, that absolutely stunning Tigrinus catfish.
Yeah. So I got them in, I think I've had this about 3 months now.
Yeah.
Believably in the shop, all they do all day is swim in the same spot, but they swim like against filter pipes.
Yeah, I find that with my stormy eye catfish, stays in exactly the same spot.
But that catfish, you'll never see it swim out.
Yeah.
Even if I drop food on the far left-hand side of the tank, it won't swim to it. Unless it dropped directly over its head, it won't eat it.
Yeah, they're just so reclusive and they just love hiding out.
Yeah, but I think in the wild, that's how they feed. They sit in the rapids, the eyes are tiny. As soon as something hits them, then they take obviously hoover it up.
Yeah.
But I think in tanks, obviously they're not going to go out and go hunting all the time unless they actually get very, very hungry, where he won't in this tank because the amount of food I put in for him.
And I can see you got some, is it the striped Dora or Raphael?
Yeah, Raphael, talking cats they are. They are the best clean-up crew. I've said it on one of the videos that I've done. The best clean-up crew for larger fish tanks.
Yeah.
Armoured catfish, don't get bothered by anything, don't bother anything. Got small mouths so they don't eat anything. They don't get massive, you'll probably get them about 10 to 12 inch max.
Yeah.
And you can keep them in a group. Not a fish that takes up room because all they do is hide all day.
Yeah.
And if you turn the lights off when you have excess food in there, come back an hour later and it's all gone. It's really good. If you've got rays and you're trying to heavily feed them, and they don't eat slime off your fish either, which is good.
Perfect. There's that male albino threadfin.
Yeah, he's stunning.
And you can see the hybrid albino pearls.
Yeah. So they're from Mark as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
I got these, I think about 8 months ago. So there's a male and a female. The female actually got a tail chewed off in one of the other tanks that I had her in.
Oh, I see.
It's all healed up now, she's fine, but yeah, that was a little bit of a scary moment when you come down and the tail's gone.
That's Mark from MTF Aquatics, for those of you who don't know at home.
Yeah, and then the male's from him as well, but the 2 different bloodlines they're not related, so hopefully we get some nice pups.
Yeah, they are stunning, really, really nice colours.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely beautiful sort of growout tank, large growout tank. Should we head over into the other room and check out the big tank?
Yeah.
So here we are in front of the main display tank, which is absolutely stunning. Could you tell us the volume, dimensions, and a bit about the filtration?
It's 6 foot long. I could have gone a bit longer, to be fair.
Yeah.
6 foot long. It's just over 2. I think it's about 2.5 foot high.
Yeah.
It's just under 2.5 foot, by 3 foot front to back. So the tank volume is 1,200 litres.
Yeah.
And then the sump underneath is about 200 litres.
Yeah.
So it's about 1,400 litres in total.
Yeah, it's a really nice size system.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've got a couple of fish that were growing out. There's a couple of fish there that are obviously going to get too big for it. But being in the trade that I'm in, I don't struggle how rehoming fish, so it's not an issue for me. This is my pride and joy, a black diamond. That's my first ever black diamond ray.
Yeah.
She's stunning. The belly spots on her are absolutely amazing. But she'll come and she'll take pellets from the top, she'll hand feed. She's a really, really nice ray. And then we've got a couple of other bits and pieces in there. Some will grow out, some I'm going to sell soon. So the Reno peacock bass are going to be going up for sale soon.
Yeah.
First peacock bass that I've ever owned, since I've kept fish for going on, I'd say 20 years, maybe a little bit longer. First ever peacock bass I owned, so I really enjoyed them, but I wanted the smaller types. The Renos are nice, but they get a bit too big for me.
Yeah.
Sorry, Orinoco they are, they're not a Reno. But fantastic fish, feeding response is amazing on him. Just a brilliant fish to have in the tank. So I've grown them out a little bit more, and then if anyone wants any decent size Orinoco peacocks, just give us a shout.
Yeah,
the 3 of them will be for sale.
We'll put your links down in the description.
Yeah.
So he's known as Manchester Fins on Instagram and YouTube. So I'll put Spud's links down there. So if you want to contact him, feel free to in the description down below.
Yeah, and then we've got a couple of other bits in there. So we've got the massive true female parrot at the front.
Yeah, she's massive. Probably got to be nearly 14 inches or so.
She's a big girl. So she's a little bit moody sometimes. She moves a mini Matoro Stingray, a mini marble ray out the way all the time. I don't know why. She just has a bit of a vendetta against it.
Yeah, the colours are beautiful.
Her colours are amazing. I've had her probably a year now. She's probably about 3 inches when I got her.
Yeah, lovely, lovely fish.
Loves insects. It nicks him off the Arowana all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really likes insects.
And speaking of the Arowana, what kind or?
Golden crossback, that one is.
Yeah, so she or he's a bit more chunky, bit more length than the other one you've got in the other room.
Yeah, it's from Planet Arowana, this one.
Yeah, stunning, stunning fish.
Yeah, I know David pretty well at Planet Arowana. He's a good lad, so I've got a couple of Arowanas. The one in the shop is from Planet Arowana as well.
Yeah. And then you've got some parrots.
Yeah, these are, I always kill the name.
Yumbo, Yumbao.
Yumbao. I also say Yumbao, but that's not right.
Yumbao is also referred to as a short-tailed Aranda in the goldfish world. Oh. So I think Yumbao probably means something to do with the round body, I think.
Oh, okay, nice.
So
well, that's something I can now pass on to my customers. But yeah, they're from the Eladi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're from the Eladi. So I'm just growing them out to have a look at them. I'm not mad keen on parrotfish, but I just wanted some colour in there.
Yeah, they're quite nice, really active.
They just bring that pop of ready orange to the tank, which you struggle with large fish. The question that I get asked the most in work is, do you not have anything colourful? And in all fairness, you don't in large tropical fish.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're getting parrotfish, there's not masses. You'll get blues, you'll get subtle reds and oranges and golds, but there's not masses.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice, just little diver fish just to bring a bit of colour out. There's also a pair of red-based snooks. I believe they're both female.
Yeah, they're really nice. Got a lovely pattern to them.
Yeah, they're from Thailand. So the ones in the display tank, the 2 that are for sale, and these 2 are all from the same batch.
Yeah.
That we got in. I think I got about 30 of them in.
So there's a few in Stingrays Aquatics, and if you haven't checked that video out, that was the last video we've just done.
Yeah, so the ones in the shop are coming up nice. Now these keep a bit more of a peachy colour, but I don't know if it's the pH in the tank's slightly higher, so I don't know if it's
down to that.
pH. Yeah.
And then I can see you've got a selection of Florida Gar in here as well.
Yeah, so I just moved the 2 smaller ones over from the growout because I think the Asian took a little bit of a disliking to him.
Yeah.
Obviously they're in the same swimming space as him. So I think one of them has had a little bit of a kick in, but the Florida Gar heal that quick. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, very, very robust fish.
Oh yeah, even if you've got missing fins, missing eyes, they literally they'll heal themselves within probably a week to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Fantastic fish, eat anything. Really good clean-up crew as well if you've got rays. Don't bother your rays, but if you try new foods with them, I said it to Nick when he's here, like I tried scallops one day, didn't eat it. Tried squid, didn't eat it. The Florida Gar just eat everything, so
yeah. Really
good clean-up crew to have in a tank.
And then I can see right at the back you've got some birches and a fire reel as well.
Yeah, so there's an ornate birch, so that's probably pushing 14 inch now. Again, I'll probably sell that one soon, to be fair. I've had a lot of birches over the years. It was a bit of an impulse buy. I've also got an Enlight bircher in there.
Yeah.
And then I've got there's a Kembalai, Datnoids, the New Guinea.
Oh yeah, the New Guinea. Yeah, I can see him tucked back there.
That was tiny. That was about 2 inches when I got him. That was probably pushing a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah, he's a really good size, probably nearly 12 inches.
Yeah, I did have one, probably a bit smaller in the shop, but I've just sold that one actually. That was a really nice specimen.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is fantastic, and it eats prawns and it eats pellets, which is, they don't usually go into pellets.
Yeah, very hard to get them.
Yeah. And then we've got in the left near the weir is a golden nugget plec, which is the absolute survivor of the tank.
Yeah.
It's gone in the same size, it's not grown at all, doesn't get bothered by any of the fish.
And then I've spotted, tucked in the wood there, a red-tailed catfish.
Yeah, had to be done, didn't it?
Not any red-tailed catfish. This is the, is it a platinum?
Yeah, platinum.
Yeah, if the red bay snook gets out of the way.
Yeah, let's see if we can get the snook.
You can see him just tucked back there in the branches.
Yeah, there we go. So, understandably, the red tail is going to get way too big for this tank. I'm fully aware of that, but like I said before, I've got lads up and down the UK who have ponds, so I've always wanted a red tail catfish, and it's an absolutely stunning red tail catfish. I wanted a proper pet catfish.
Yeah.
So I thought, do you know what, I'm going to do it. I got one in for myself. He's probably only 4 to 6 inches at the moment. He's probably about 6 inches to be fair.
Yeah.
First time he fed was yesterday. I've had him in the shop a few days. I'm going to grow him out to 1.5 foot, see what we're up to. I have actually got, obviously if we get the shed up next year, later this year, I've actually got 2 tanks in storage, and I'm thinking I might do like a big circle pond in there.
Oh, cool.
I've been looking at, the pre-formed plastic tub. There's one that's, I think it's about 2,000 litres.
Yeah, there's the Laguna rectangle ones, and then you got the round ones as well. Yeah,
so the round ones when I was looking at, the rectangle ones are right, they're quite dear though. I think the round ones are only about 800 quid.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about setting one of them up maybe at the back of the shed.
So what's your water change and your maintenance on this tank?
Water changes if I've got time or once a week, but about 80%.
Yeah.
If I haven't got time, it can go 2-3 weeks sometimes without water change. I still check the pH. The only thing that I need to watch in this household is the pH. My pH is incredibly low.
Because you got is it softer water you got
Very soft water.
in Manchester?
Yeah, my pH out of my tap water is 4.
Wow.
Yeah, so it comes out your tap. Doesn't matter if you ring United Utilities because they just fob you off.
Yeah.
So it comes out the tap buffered at 7. Within 2-3 hours, it drops to 5, 4.
So you must have a really low KH and GH as
the
well.
GH and KH is non-existent. So I do actually add, I don't add KH buffer. I use Malawi buffer now. I was using regular and it just weren't holding it.
Yeah.
So we use Malawi buffer on it. Check the pH every couple of times a week if we need to. Do big water changes. The water changes helps. Obviously, I'm adding new buffer each time, and I actually add GH powder into it as well to add a little bit more minerals because the fish don't grow as quick. Yeah. Because the mineral content in the water is very low. I've noticed that compared to some of my other customers who have higher mineral content, GH and KH in the water, the fish grow very, very quick.
Oh, that's really interesting.
And mine grow a little bit slower because of there's lack of minerals in the water. So I actually add GH buffer into it, and the GH buffer makes your water really clear. Yeah. The high mineral content actually helps out. Sump-wise,
no, it's going to be hard to pick it up on camera.
No, I've got light, mate, don't worry.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so I've got... So, like I said to Chris, this needs doing. I've just not had time. I've had a mad couple of weeks, obviously being away and stuff like that. First chamber goes in. This is all crushed oyster shell to keep the GH and the KH up a little
buffer
bit.
that up.
Helps keep it up a little bit. This is floss, which obviously needs changing.
Yeah.
These sponges need cleaning. This is just flicking over into this. This is a full...
K1 bed or?
Yeah, massive K1 bed, big moving bed. And like I said to Mick, when he comes to film, see it's like a brownie colour now. Yeah. Means it's full of live bacteria. Yeah. That goes white, which it can do if the pH drops like mad. Or
you lose that bacteria.
Yeah, so when it's that sort of colour, it's healthy K1. If it's like bleach white, you've got no bacteria on it. That runs through into just some alpha grog. And there is a little bit of Chemipure left in there from last time. Yeah. I think I just wanted to get some nice shots for Instagram, so I buffered the water with the Chemipure a little bit.
And you've got, is it
That's
FX?
just an FX4, yeah, that's just full of floss.
Oh, just to really polish that water
up. Yeah, it's just full of floss, just to take any more particles out of the water.
And then I can see you've got a few plants, I guess they help a little bit with the nutrients.
Yeah, a little bit.
Anubias.
Yeah, a little bit of the design. If I wanted it a bit more like a jungle theme.
Yeah, I can see you got all the cork bark above.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, above. I was going to put some big plants, but I said to Chris, this is really hard to cut. And I'm taking it off and doing maintenance. I realised it was going to be a bit of a nightmare if I had loads of big plants out the top of it.
Yeah. And you got some pothos as well up there.
Yeah, that's just been creeping up there for the last year or two. But yeah, the Anubias, in all fairness, it doesn't do anything to water. In about a month's time, I'll probably have to take it out because a lot of the fish will just rip it up. But
yeah.
I like it for, obviously, for social media point of view.
Yeah, it's a really nice aesthetic.
And I like the proper green in the tanks.
No, it's lovely. Yeah, so we're just going to give these guys some food now. So what, you feeding prawns, is it?
Yeah, I mainly feed a lot of prawns because it keeps the water quality. Mussels I'll do maybe once every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Because it just makes your water dead cloudy.
And then you got some pellets as well.
Yeah, these are just bug bites. Bug bites are a fantastic food by Fluval.
Yeah.
I use them all the time. The fish aren't used to being fed this time of day. I always feed them at about 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
The Asian Arowana will be grumpy because he only eats insects. So he'll be getting his feed in a bit.
Oh, lovely. Oh, they look absolutely amazing. Really, really nice setup. Nice mix of fish as well. It's really nice to have different shapes, different colours.
Yeah, I try and get different shapes, different colours in there, and I like that obviously oddballs are something that I'm into. So
yeah,
it's something that I try and express through keeping them basically.
I can see that red tail's definitely smelt something because he started moving about a bit.
That little red tail must have ate 15 pieces of prawn last night.
Really?
Yeah, I was just hoovering them about.
I can see the birches have all started to come alive as well at the back there.
It's a bit of a slow response to be fair, but like I said, they're not used to being fed.
Yeah, if you're feeding them at a certain time, it's the same with my fish there.
At night, the fire reel will sit in there. There's about a 2.5 foot fire reel in there. It'll sit in that log all day, and at 10 o'clock at night, he's at the front of the tank. Yeah. Because he knows it's feeding time.
Oh, brilliant! Thank you so much. It was great to see your setups,
yeah, no
and
worries.
Amazing to see the different fish you've got.
Yeah, no worries. Cheers for coming down, mate.
And that is it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed the tour, and a big thank you to Spud once again for giving us a tour around his fish tanks at his house. That is it for today's video. If you've got any questions, please leave them down below and myself or Spud will be along to answer those for you. Thank you all for watching. Remember to keep those water changes up and happy fish keeping.